Hey y'all, my name is Keith, and I like to ski. So last episode we left Milan, and now we're making our way towards Switzerland. Specifically, the very expensive skiing town of Zermatt. But after some mix-ups, I missed my first transfer to get to Zermatt, so I just decided to explore a random town. Made it to Switzerland. I'm in Brig, however you say that. Okay, so I found a pretty good lunching spot. So yeah, quick debrief. I'm in Brig, Switzerland right now. Really, I have no idea what's going on. Basically, on the train, I sat next to this older gentleman who turned out to be from Egypt, and we could only talk through Google Translate, which super fun because I had really bad service, so there's a lot of times where I was just like pausing and looking at my phone. He was doing the same. And yeah, after that my train was late, so I missed my transfer, but it's okay. There's plenty of trains going to Zermatt, and I've got a hostel there waiting for me. That'll be very nice. Yeah, everything is very expensive in Switzerland. The chapstick, guess how much the chapstick was? I didn't buy it. It was like $12. Ridiculous. Good thing I got my lunch though. Okay. Finished with lunch. Let's do a little bit more exploring, shall we? Now I'm making my way back towards the center of the village because I got a train to catch. Now it's time to head towards Zermatt. There's nobody on this train right now. Maybe like one or two. And the train ride from Brig to Zermatt isn't very long. It's like an hour and a half. So buckle up for a pretty beautiful ride. Now we've made it to one of the bougiest ski towns in the world. And I'm getting some peanut butter because I'm broke. Like, making my way towards the hostel, I definitely felt out of place. But it's all good because the mountains are my home. Had to climb a lot of steps to make it up to the hostel, and it's pretty standard procedure now for me to be dehydrated and hungry when I get to the hostel. But we made it. Let's go. And look at these guys paragliding around the mountains. That is crazy. So I dropped my bags and made a new friend, and we went to go play some pool. This is my boy Benjamin. He had to leave the next day, but he's a homie for real. And as the sun set on the Matterhorn and we made it into the evening, all I could think about that night was how fun it would be to go skiing. So here we go. Let's get ready. All right, I'm eating breakfast in Zermatt with the boys. This is Benjamin from Singapore. This is Jackson from, guess where? I'll never guess. Wrong, Ohio. Jackson will become my buddy for literally the entire rest of the day. And after breakfast, we had to go get some rental skis and a snowboard, which cost about $100 each, a little bit under. Then we had to get our passes, which were also around $100. But that was our ticket to glory. Let's go! How you feeling, Jackson? What a train, man. We made it. We out here, man. We lived so far. Oh my gosh. And in front of me is literally the Matterhorn. I'm not gonna lie, as a first timer, it was a little bit confusing navigating the mountain, especially considering the fact that you can literally just ski into Italy from Switzerland. But we managed to figure out where we wanted to go. which was to the top. After making our way back down, we decided to hit the park one time before we ate some lunch. And we kind of got addicted. When you're turning in for lunch, which were a couple of peanut butter and Nutella sandwiches. Now that we're all fueled up, we started looking at the park like, wait a minute, we could probably hit some big jumps over there. We didn't do anything too crazy, but when you're on this thing, it feels like an actual roller coaster. But there ain't no seatbelts, and you're riding on two pieces of fiberglass. So here goes nothing. Wow, that was sick. I just dropped off my stuff. Now I'm going back to pick up some other things. And yeah, after that, like any normal person would do, I'm going on a 4-hour train ride. So see you then. Or what if there was no train going because there was a rock slide in between Zermatt and the next town? And everybody that wanted to get back had to get on buses to get to the next town to then get on the train. Yeah, that'll work. And hey, guess who I saw in line who was also too cheap to sleep in Zermatt 2 nights in a row? Jackson, how are you feeling about this late train?
Dude. I mean, it gave us an opportunity to make this sandwich.
And you're probably wondering, where are you headed now, Keith? Well, I'm glad you asked. I'm heading to Geneva, Switzerland, where I'll be spending about 5 hours getting some sleep before I board my flight to my next destination in the morning. So after about 4 hours on trains, I make it to Geneva. And y'all should know by now what the first task is. That's right, get some food. And with my 2 backpacks, I had to find a nice bench to eat it at. Of course, I had to go with the classic avocado and croissant combo. Yeah, there may have been a couple times during this trip where I wondered just exactly how I ended up in Geneva at midnight and boarding a plane to Portugal the next morning. But hey, that's how I roll, apparently. And I'm making my way back to my hostel in Geneva now, watching the waves crash on the lake. And now I finally made it to my room where I'd sleep for about 5 hours and get up in the morning, because ain't no sleep for one who's going to Portugal. It's 4:30 in Geneva right now. I'm gotta make it to the airport to go to Portugal. I'm so tired. Anything that I say is gonna be about how tired I am, so I'll see you in Portugal. Alright, I'm at the airport and I'm way too early. Boarding just started. Anyway, guess what song's been stuck in my head? That's right, from Moana soundtrack, You're Welcome by Dwayne Johnson. Here we go. The start of this journey happens to be the end of this episode. But hey, that just means you guys have more to look forward to. Yeah, we're on the flight to Portugal, Lisbon specifically, where strange beasts and old friends await. Side ready, Jack. See you there.